The principal at my school has been known to say just because you've taught something does not mean your students have learned it. Unfortunately, he's right. So, how can educators guarantee that students learn what's intended? One way is to align instruction and evaluation. The EdTech program has taught me how to do this. During EdTech 503, I discovered the ADDIE instructional design model is a helpful tool. ADDIE is an acronym for Analysis, Design, Development, Implementation, and Evaluation. During analysis, the needs are examined to define what learning needs to occur or what problem needs to be solved as a result of instruction. When I created my instructional design project, I started with a needs assessment survey, which involved an analysis of learners, the learning context, the performance context, and I used the results to set my instructional goals and determine what type of instructional format would be the most valuable. Once the goal of learning has been established, it's time to design the instruction. During this step, objectives are written stating what the learner will do to demonstrate learning. Bloom's taxonomy comes in handy for choosing the right verbs to indicate the level of rigor. This is also when evaluation needs to be planned to ensure proper alignment. There needs to be a method for measuring each objective. As you can see from my instructional design report, I have listed all the objectives and have planned how I will evaluate each one. Other aspects of instruction include motivational strategies, scaffolding techniques, and pedagogical approach. Next comes the development phase. Daily lesson plans are written during this step, so pacing, formative assessments, differentiated instruction, and classroom management are all things to consider. At this time, instructional materials are created and resources are collected. When I started developing the instructional guide for my project, I used a flowchart to help me visualize the process. From there, I wrote my lesson plans. Last but not least is evaluation. Many aspects of instruction should be evaluated, including learners' attitudes, materials, and instruction. The evaluation of these items will determine whether objectives have been met and will help identify areas for improvement. For my instructional design project, I used an observation checklist during the workshops, a rubric to assess the final performance task, and a survey to determine how the teachers perceived the instruction.